whole staff, all of the assistant coaches are really heavily relied upon by myself, by Cam, by the players.
Stretching off of it, eh?
It was an interesting story, actually. I came to know JF first through Jim Hiller in Tri-City. JF was doing his master's program. He has an international master's degree in performance analysis in sport.
I got there and Jim was there and Dan was the assistant coach at the time, and so I didn't know Dan was there, but he and I ended up spending a ton of time together, actually roomed together on the road, and developed a friendship and I think just a mutual respect for each other, and we stayed in touch after that year.
Got one jumping, one.
We just kept in touch, and when it finally worked out to interview him and talk to him about this job, I was very excited to do that.
I told him I would pack my car that day and drive out here, and so it didn't happen that quickly, but that's how we got to here.
Go here, come on, go real sharp here.
So I'm obviously from Vancouver, in the Chemainus area, played minor hockey there in Fuller Lake Arena, and ended up playing junior in Kamloops. Played 2 years there as a 16, 17-year-old, and then got drafted to the Pittsburgh Penguins in the first round, 1984 draft, 9th overall.
Taken into the boards by Joe Reekie. Route 2, top of the slot to Bodger with a shot, he scores! Doug Bodger.
Well, you do a lot of things when you're tired. You think you're going to get away from the game. You end up retiring because you're done with it, or you're tired of it, or it could leave a sour note to you. To me, it really wasn't. It was happy that I played, and really lucky. Kid from Chemainus, got to play 15 years in the National Hockey League. But you try to do something else and get away from it, and you do that, and you realize there's one thing you grew up your whole life doing and you know really well, and that was hockey. I retired in 1999, and then took some more time off and approached Dave Lowry here. I played with Dave in San Jose and said, I'm interested in helping you out, and he said, I'd love to have you, and here I am.
You ready, board wing?
I got to meet him really briefly, and then actually Dan called me once when I was still in Ottawa, because they're having a debate about the spin on the puck when somebody shoots the puck. And Bodge claims that he can, as a lefty, can spin the puck, let me see here, clockwise, which is actually impossible. And so Dan called me about it, and this is the first time I actually had spoken to Bodge honestly and told him that's actually impossible.
It's impossible.
We share an office and see him every morning. He seems to be in the same mood every single day regardless. Of course, on game days, he's a pretty competitive and fiery guy, so he's pretty dialed in. But otherwise, he keeps us loose and has a great perspective based on his super long career in the NHL.
Good boy, both. Got time?
Well, I can't say enough good things about him. Just first of all, how much he cares about the team and about the players, how much he loves the game, how much he really wants to give back to them and help them through some of the experiences, but also challenges he may have faced in his career. And you're right, nothing rattles him. He's always calm. He's never fazed. He's always happy. That's the other thing, is we draw a lot of just positive energy from Doug. He always sees the bright side in everything.
For me, if I thought about the game a lot, I'd get nervous, but if I just reacted and played, I was good. So it's kind of like I do with coaching. I I worry about the guys in front of me that I got to look after, and I don't worry about the other team. And it's funny because I was thinking about this the other day. I'm so focused on when our guys have the puck, I don't even know who we're playing half the time.
I think and I hope that we complement each other well in that way. You're right, for both Jeff and I, never having played at the pro level, our path in coaching has mostly been about research, I would say, just learning the game through video and through trial and error and through working with other coaches and essentially apprenticing our way up. And Doug learned it primarily as a player, and so now we're merging and hopefully meshing those different approaches.
It's fun to learn the new era of hockey. I think you still have to add some old school in there, but the era has changed so much, and it's going to change even more. So it's fun to learn all that stuff.
Weak side.
It makes us, our cooperation effective because I think we have a balanced approach at looking at the game.
I think the group just really cares about each other and has the same common goal, which is developing the players and winning.
Let's keep going here, White. Let's keep going. Keep the feet moving.